Hello everyone, my name is Mitz. Here we are back at Higurashi When They Cry. So another thing to point out before going into this episode is that we're slowly only getting one tip at a time instead of like it's the normal standard like the last two installments where you just get two tips at a time. And like since there's like 2 or 3 pages of these tips, that means there's gonna be a whole overload bearing the second it gets halfway over. Well, like usual, but I'm usually expecting it to have like there's more appearing before now, which I guess we're still in the setup phase of this whole chapter of like Keiichi becoming to be a big brother role to Sadako. But it's still interesting. We got basically just the elementary trap course and intermediate trap course. We're gonna expert in whatever else can just connect and just spread across this whole entire page of chips. Like, just like how the second chapter went, it was just a toss-up of what it would be until it actually came. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we should learn or know about what happened on the night of the festival, which, like, recontextualizes things. Maybe, I guess, justifies having more to learn about a certain part of the festival. We did learn, like, that we didn't learn everything there was to know about the festival until the second chapter, which makes sense, so... There's stuff we don't know about it just yet. Well, I guess it makes sense, like, so far, because this whole friend group likes them, they don't want to talk about, I guess, the big, I guess, more depressing stuff about, like, the rituals in the town, or just, like, the past. They just want to live their life, which, in some cases, it makes sense, yes. But yeah. Oh, really? Your parents came home, huh? They smell like energy drinks, and their eyes are all bloodshot. Oh, that sounds normal. They said they had a crazy amount of stuff to do, and were up 2 whole nights in a row. Did they drive back or take the bus that way? I please don't tell me they drove. Adults have it tough. Your dad is an artist, right? Oh yeah, but I can't remember if that was brought up at any point, like in the second chapter. It was all over the first chapter, though. They really do have it rough. Oh yeah, you have to keep on strict deadlines. Come to think of it, he wasn't he? I've been ready to see what kind of things he draws sometime. Well, you could have snuck through Keiichi's house to see those paintings. We couldn't really stop you because you set up the trap in time. An artist, huh? I see a number of watercolor and acrylic paintings in display, but he had to have been doing some other job too. Like, you said he was standing in for his mentor, like him and you know, your mom, Keiichi. So. Just what did Dad do exactly? The most just horrifying and paint jobs ever. I don't mean horrifying as in they're bad. Just looking at them gives you pure agony of the mind. He didn't let anyone into his workshop after all. I wanted to sneak a peek one day. Or cross the threshold and break into the room now. Your family. Like how sibling breaks into someone's room to rifle their things. So the house was empty for 2 days after all that? I didn't leave much time. So? Keiichi, did you manage to go after the character who was in your heart? To go after the character who was in your heart? Okay, that's a weird way to describe it. The absence of parents is a must-have for a rogue protagonist. Oh. I know you're meant. That's definitely meant to be a joke, but now I'm just trying to consider, like, seriously, because I've not played anything like that. Technically, I guess, played 2 before, but those were heavily plot-focused. And I can't imagine how that'd even go anyway. You built up a lot of relationship points and raised all the right flags. With who? Can we please stop this discussion right now? Just from you saying that. I have no idea what any of you are talking about. This is a small town. Like, I'm pretty sure no matter what he tries to do to get even that kind of magazine, I'm pretty sure everyone will know. Unless mail order. Well, that begs the question of how he gets a magazine like that. He has to go out of town and do all these sort of methods just to put something in the mail just to get a magazine or something out of it. And that way you have to hide it from your parents too. Yeah. Also, I'm trying to think of... Oh. I like how the meaning next thing comes to mind. Of literally just trying to piece the whole thing. That this one common mind is literally just Doki Doki Literature Club. Protagonist. The parents aren't there at all, and it's never addressed. It's never addressed at all. Oh my god. That means you don't need to cook for yourself anymore, Keiichi-kun. What'd you make last night? Last night, I made a delicious plate of air. Deep fried. In the end, I didn't make a single thing myself, you lazy. Last night's dinner, well, it was vegetable stir-fry. It was the ratatouilles. Wow. Kei-chan, you can make a little bit of real cooking now, huh? Hoshi. I'm gonna say that instead of star now. You made vegetable stir-fry? Did it come out good? Did it? Did it? Reina-san, you're being unpleasant. Shush, shush, don't nag. Only you said a cook it. Why are you clinging to me? A delicious meal and friendly dishwashing together. Wait, how do you fucking know about the dishwashing? Were you spying on them? Aw, Hoshi, how nice, how nice. Hey! I said you're being unpleasant. Well, which of them is being unpleasant, though? What are you talking about? Mion, utterly confused, asked me for clarification. But I just barely, albeit transparently, averted my eyes. That's not transparently or subtle. And she's staring right at you. Oh, right. Does anyone have plans for this afternoon? Oh, you don't have random game plans already lined up? You don't, do you? Do you? No. I am creatively unbeneficial. Today was Saturday. No, not school on a Saturday. The beautiful day on which we're liberated from the confines of school in the afternoon. Actually, the school in Hinamizawa had slightly different Saturdays than those in the city. There were a lot of students here who brought a bento, ate at lunch, then went to play in the school or around the schoolyard. You could say the entire school turned into a children's playground. There were mountains behind the school. If you went down that way, you'd find mountain streams. What's this aside for? You could avoid the strong sunlight and make conversation in the classroom if you wanted to. You could also play hide and seek in the construction pipes. Oh, you're just like showing how much freedom this village has than city folk, okay. You dang city folk! Of course, you were free to go home as well. At lunchtime? There are some kids who went home and helped water the fields or tended the stores. If Mia was bringing up the afternoon like this, it must have been for some crazy big club event. Wait, we're still waiting on the giant toy store event, okay? We're still waiting for that. But the toy store event happens in each route. That means every single time that Mia has been possessed. My gosh, I can't blame her for things now. Just hold that over her head for the rest of her life, even if she has no recollection of it. However, sadly, I had something I needed to do before taking part in whatever it was. You have work? That's unlucky. I wonder what kind of work it is. Oh yeah, we already know. Well, not anyone else, I guess. Maybe he's helping his father with his artwork job. I guess this is how like everyone is describing it now, that the Toy Star thing didn't happen this route. That's sad. I want to see Ghost Possession quicker. Or whatever it is anymore. Or being a model for his father's art? A model? It happened once, and that was just weird. A nude one? What? Aww. Music note. I looked into Reina's eyes, and saw myself completely naked in a questionable pose with a single rose in my mouth. Reina's eyes are pretty weird then. No! I wouldn't do that for 1,000,000 yen! To get rid of Reina's delusions, I grabbed her head and swung it from side to side. Stop! Sorry. You just shook basically all the blood from her head. Leaving her fanciful delusions aside, I have something to do real quick during lunch. I'm okay to meet up with you after I'm done, though. Work during lunch? I see. Sounds kind of cool, actually. What could it be? Are you having a banquet with VIP experts? VIP experts? For what? Like a business lunch? It's a conference call. Ugh. This is truly sad, but you're right. What? Everyone shouts wildly, surprised. Keiichi's moving in the business world. At age 12 or 13, no less. Oh my god, you sped home. What the hell? It was true. I don't believe you. Today, I'd be in the job with my family. Oh, you had this conversation when they got home. Okay. For my dad's job, he was having about 10 people from the publishing agency over for a house party. Publishing, okay, for artwork, okay. He called people from work for a party the day after having stayed up 2 nights in a row. I'm amazed their vitality. Still, I love bringing up the fact that almost every time, if all these events happen coincidingly at the same exact time, because like some events seem like there's no way Keiichi would have any, like, you know, influence in those events happening. It always just feels like that in each route, like every time you go into a new chapter for this game series, that I'm literally secretly, but when it cuts to a different event, the previous installment, Keiichi was doing this event and is the most busiest person in the world. My god, it's still hilarious to me. Delta are pretty rough and tough. Of course, it would be incredibly uncomfortable for me. It would be really tiring not to force myself to smile at some old dudes I didn't know. That's why you paint one on your face. Your dad's an artist. But they were my dad's important business connections, so offending them would be bad. Well, with all that said, it was going to get very uncomfortable for me today, staring at lunch. Well, what an intelligent child. Keiichi just standing there, just looking at everyone. You're intelligent, I see. I haven't said anything. Oh, this is my son, Keiichi. Keiichi, this is Honda-san. He's a publisher. And this person here is Inoue-san, who works at the printer. Say your hellos. Hello. My name is Keiichi. Keiichi Maebara. You have to say your whole full name like you usually do. I appreciate all you've done for my father. Oh, Keiichi-kun. Do you draw pictures like your father does? Learn to be artistic. I would very much like to see them. My dad has such a brazen occupation, that of an artist. Although, I don't really know what kinds of things he creates. There's a part of me that wants to know, there's also a part of me that doesn't want to know if that whole modeling scene was something. I don't really care, and I don't want to see anyway. That's a complete different tone change. Dad's so tight-fisted about it, so it doesn't show them to me very often anyway. I'm not a kid anymore, so I didn't care at all if they were pictures of naked ladies or anything. You cared a few times when the ancient war and all that. Okay. If you study under your father as an apprentice, you'd be able to become a great artist like him too. Excuse me, this is just between you and me, but my dad, is he really that great of an artist? Blasphemy, you're insulting him. I read myself and whispered my question. It might have seemed odd for a son to be asking this, but when I did, he gave me this really strange grin until he clamped down to my shoulders. Oh. Did Keiichi get it right? I don't know how to feel about this. Yes! He's truly a fantastic artist. I'm not even, like, shocked that, like if his dad does that kind of artwork. I'm more shocked that he then saw his son in a maid outfit and then painted that. Why? What the fuck? Is that so? I'm glad to hear it. There are no purchase restrictions. He does fan serve. What? He always answers the letters he gets. Ah, fan mail. He's an inquisitive mind, always in the prowl for what the world needs. Is he that popular? Taking up your socks? Absolutely not. What? That goes for glasses and school uniforms too. I am immediately lost. Maebara-sensei understands these things perfectly. Every event sees him along the wall with a huge lineup. I'm sorry, but his pictures, they're not ones you hang on the wall? Probably not a museum. Maybe only for your private room, I'm guessing, from how this conversation is going, which, oh boy. Not at all, not at all. In the beginning, everyone starts in the islands. The islands? What the fuck is going on? And then to the corners, and finally climbing up to the corners of the larger paths. Are these landscape paintings or what? The final destination is the famous wall. The Great Wall of China. You too! Please become a great artist who can display his works in unison with Maebara sensei. You have fun with that. Finger Guns walks away. I'm gonna go to the restroom for the rest of this party. I'll cheer you on. It's fine to have a lot of passion for things you like, but I didn't get it. But seeing the world of art ran pretty deep. It's probably a much deeper world than I could have imagined. Yeah, this is the biggest mystery for this whole chapter of all. Just this. What kind of work he does now. I decided to leave it at that. Okay. Then I realized my mom was calling me from the other side of the room. Keiichi! It's the phone. It's a friend of yours. Lucky break. Maybe I could get out of this uncomfortable business party by using a friend's phone call as an excuse. No, please do. I scampered over to the front door and snatched the receiver Mom had left there. Yes. Hello? It's me. Hello, me. Oh, hi there, Keiichi Maebara. How's it going? I haven't seen Sadako around in quite a while. That's not how you answer the phone, Keiichi-san. Well, guess what? That's what he does. Now, I implore you, learn how to choose your words more properly. I don't see what's more proper than saying, it's me, without saying anything else. I was of the opinion the person speaking to me had a far stranger way of talking. Oh, it's Sadako. I didn't recognize that voice at all. It's unusual for you to call my house. Isn't it time for pleasantries? Keiichi-san, when are you gonna be able to come? Oh, yeah, you made that. You didn't bring this up at all. Oh my god, Keiichi, you're irresponsible. Sorry. It looks like this is gonna be a bit long. I can't get them to let me go. I want to go do things at the club now, but... No, that's not it, Keiichi-san. I was with the club today. Yeah, Keiichi, oh my god, you made promises and you can't keep them. Oh my god. It's a real battle. Real battle? Oh my gosh, the club is already dead. There's some people are... Oh my gosh. Mion and Reina, like, battled to the death with swords and a mace. And a battle axe. They're already dead. No. Sadako's voice is different than normal. I can feel the urgency in it drifting through the phone. A real battle? That doesn't sound good. What's the situation? I will explain the particulars when we meet. Anyway, this is a terrible crisis. At this rate, we're gonna lose. Okay, is the world gonna end if one of them loses or both of them lose? What on earth was going on? I don't know. We're going from art world stuff going down to real battle war tactics. If you don't understand either of them, I have no idea what to tell you. Could have been a fight? No, it's not the fact that Sadako brought up battle several times. It's definitely not that. They're having a leisurely stroll just through a normal art gallery. Yeah, that's it. Nothing else. I didn't know who they were, but laying a hand on someone from Hinamizawa was an absolutely terrible idea. Oh my gosh, you're already going far into the indoctrination of Hinamizawa rituals and towns, folks. Right. Got it. I'll come and reinforce you right away. Where are you at? We're on the Okinomiya Elementary School campus. Our signs at the station should be figured out. And we're in a huge hurry. Why are you all out there? The school campus. The situation could have had a lot of people involved. Could have turned into an all-out brawl. Who is the enemy here anyway? The enemy was the person inside of you all along. It's the ghost possessing you. Oh, I'm on fire. You should get a fire extinguisher. Got it. I'll be there soon. Should I bring a weapon with me? The pen is my sword now. Like a metal baseball bat or something? Sometimes. My god. You have a metal bat? No, go to the school and steal it from a certain student's locker. Then it's fine. That'd be fantastic. We wait for you here. The call cut off abruptly. I need to hurry. Keiichi, I was looking for you. Taguchi-san here was hoping that for his next dojinshi. Oh, okay. Oh, it's dojin. Okay. Oh, that's what the stuff you make. Okay. Okay. I'm still weirded out. You just That's still weird. That's still so goddamn weird for me, at least. Now's the time. Don't we have a bat? A middle bat. If not, then anything long will do. Will do. If anything long will do, then my golf club's in the storage room. Ah, yes, we're gonna remake that scene. It didn't have the same kind of impact, but a golf club was a fun weapon too. Hole in one, smash onto someone's head. It was lighter than a baseball bat, and maybe easier for me to use. Thanks. I'm borrowing one. I really need to go see my friends for something. It's urgent. Sorry. What? Keiichi? Wait a minute. I got a golf club, turn my bike, and head straight for town. Oh my god. Wait for me, Sadako. I'll be right there. Just hold on until then. And thus the battle was lost. Oh my god, of course right here. Well, I didn't actually know where Okinomiya Elementary was exactly. She said to follow the signs! But Sadako's phone calls seemed to be demand urgency, so I rushed out without asking her how to get there. If I went to the station, there would be signs. At least, I feel like that's what she said. Oh, you were just completely glossing over what she said, but getting to the heart of the matter. The battle, a fight, and didn't hear anything else. Okay. Then I heard the jingling of the bicycle bell from behind me. Hello. Hello there. Hey, Rika-chan. My god. Keiichi, you came quickly. You put the pedal to the metal. Well, I don't have a metal bat, I have a metal baseball bat. Metal golf clubs. Damn. Isn't the time to be out of breath? I need to hurry. Sorry. Where's Okinomiya Elementary? I'll show you the way. Come along with me. Come along with me. Rika-chan rode off on her bike. I followed her. Sadako suddenly called me out here, but what on earth is going on anyway? At first we had the advantage. However, they called it a helper. A helper? It's bad manners. I'm assuming board games actually now, never mind. But, oh my god, I don't see how a golf club would help in this manner though. A helper? What cowards calling for reinforcements the minute they realized they'd lose. Isn't that normal though a bit? They're taking everyone out one by one. Can't put a dent in them. Gulp. Sounds like they were pretty strong. Anyway, I'll ask about it later. We don't have time, right? Please hurry. Leave it to me. Speeding down the way, just vaults over so many cars heading their way. With Rika-chan leading the way, we head straight for the elementary school grounds. I asked Rika-chan something during that time. It said all the club members besides me were part of this fight. Damn. So what Mia was trying to tell everyone was that this would happen? If I'd known that, I would have just ditched my family job. But it was too late for regrets. According to Rika-chan, we had a one-sided advantage at the start, but our angry foes have brought in a powerful ally. We're just going all the way past the toy store. The club members put up a resistance and went against them one by one, but apparently they couldn't stand up to them. The combined efforts of the whole club couldn't win? I guess the dirty event, like playing dirty, is not going to help your pure physical strength, which I'd even then I just consider to be something else entirely because it has to be used here anyway. So, yeah, strategy. Just what kind of monster is this guy? I thought there was more than one. He's amazing. This enemy is orthodox. What? Orthodox? So they weren't using thuggish brawling tactics, but had actually studied karate or something? Is that what she meant? Oh my god, you really want to get out of the boring art museum stuff. Keiichi's our last ray of hope now. Okinomiya Elementary came into view. It's literally just a bunch of kids, and Keiichi just comes out just swinging the golf club at little kids. Oh my god. I can hear many voices raising hell over there. Whoa! Mion! Reina! Sadako! I'll be there soon! I'll crush them all at once. How are you actually holding on the golf club? Are you just holding it on one handlebar of the bike? There are a lot of bicycles let down in front of the school. I left mine there next to them the same way. You can tell there were a lot of people flooding the campus. The two armies in the midst of a huge, no-holds-barred brawl. I took my golf club in hand. Whoosh! I swung it. Oh, now you're getting practice in. I see. I felt the same sensation of it sticking firmly to my palm. Great! The feedback wasn't bad. I'm going to go all out with this thing. You're really prepared to beat someone up with it. Wow. I dashed at a breakneck speed to the school gates, swinging around. Yeah, yeah, baseball. Come with me, Rika-chan. I will show you what the mighty, manly warrior Keiichi Maebara can really do. Okay, now you're going back to full names. Wow, Keiichi, you're so reliable. No. You're gonna rampage with a golf club. Rika-chan applauded me, though a little dryly, lauding my valiance. The manly Keiichi Maebara put it behind him, headed for the place where he may die. Yes. But Keiichi, why'd you bring a golf club today? I had no choice. First I figured a baseball bat would have been good, but we don't have one at my house. A golf club was far better than going barehanded, so I brought one. How very excellent. We'll give you a pat in the head. Yeah, have fun playing baseball with a golf club. Honestly, if you can somehow manage to get a home run with that, then that's actually truly excellent. I can't wait to see your golf club rampage. Despite the emergency situation, Rika-chan reached up and stroked me in the head. Hey! This is no time for jokes. Everything's a joke if you think about it hard enough. What, huh? Crack! Just then an extremely loud metallic sound rang out. Heard many people cheering. Left! Oh, we missed! Run! You can get to second base. Go! Go! Center! Calm down! Send it to third! The center fielder caught the ball, after a brief pause, and a flying to third base. If you pitch it wildly, it might get there. He gave him a second, and threw to the third with time to spare. The instructions on the bench, they were solid. Wait, what? Oh, Keiichi-kun's here! Sadako-chan! Sadako-chan! Keiichi-kun's here! You're late! Lumping around is only okay when you do it at the bread shop. The bread shop? What? Oh my god, that's okay. I love that. That's a great joke. Also, oh hi. This Maebara kid. Will you really be able to save us? Who are you? Are you a coach or a team captain? You're new sprites, so I had to ask these questions. We're up against that elite school's ace, left arm Kamita-kun. To be able to beat a Koshin class pitcher, he must be a god. Okay, this is turning into a baseball shonen then. My gosh. It's okay. I'm sure that Keiichi-kun can turn the tables. He's a really dependable person. Murmur. What? He's the pitch hitter we brought in to take out left arm Kamita with his bullet fastball? The one who had one no-hit, no-run game after another during the regional qualifiers. The undefeated demon pitcher of Oshima. Well, the demons are revealed here. They're hailed. The super high school level pitcher. God damn it. The super high school level pitcher that had already been marked by professional scouts. He's gonna win against him. Where's Leon Kawada when we need him? Some greenhorn pitcher like that is no match for Keiichi-san. Yeah, it's true, because Keiichi's not wearing green. He doesn't have horns. He's not a demon. As of yet, anyway. Unless he's already getting possessed. He'll send his throws all the way to the back screen for an easy victory. Murmur, murmur. There's a slugger like that in this prefecture? I had no idea. Oh, he must have gone to the radar. Hey, that scout stood up. Hey, take a picture. His full name is Keiichi Maebara. Oh, look him up in the database and send his history to our office. Oh my god. Yeah, have fun. Everyone is putting him up. Which one is Keiichi Maebara? Pictures! Pictures now! A whole lot of sports journalists, led by Sadako, gripped their cameras tightly in search for the rumored Keiichi Maebara. My god, what the hell has this turned into? Okay. Look, this is why, Keiichi, even in other timelines, you had to practice your baseball swing. Or actually, your baseball swing from all those other timelines, will all coalesce into this one under danger and threat. As for me, I was so dazed at what was happening that I was frozen in place with my golf club up in the air. Keiichi-san! Keiichi-san, over here! Huh? The camera people stared at me through their viewfinders, and just like I had, they turned to stone. In the hands of their gallant pinch hitter, Keiichi Maebara was a golf club. No, don't worry about it. Nobody could seem to understand why I was holding something like this, because people do not like to give a lot of context before things. And at this point, Neither did I. Cheap, 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 cheap. A cold, greasy sweat dripped from me. The first one to break the inordinately awkward silence was Reina. Keiichi-kun? Yeah? May we ask you a question? I want to combine sports. Please. Please don't. Please do. Psychic waves of my intra-deep floated out of my face, lunged my sweat. It somehow seemed to reach the two of them. The deathly quiet reporters all parted, as Moses once parted the sea. Good, you'll never be famous. But Moses probably didn't go through the parted seas this quietly. He had the power to just, like, silence the waves of the sea. If you were playing baseball, then tell me that from the start! What? Did I not say that? I mean, I told you to come to campus with a baseball bat. What else could you thought it was? What manner of thinking caused you to mistakenly bring a golf club here instead? I think Keiichi-kun must have done on purpose to lighten our moods and get us pumped, I think. Reina smiled bitterly and cowered for me with all her might. Please believe her, everyone. Nope. You're unreliable, don't worry about it. I'm begging you. Keiichi loves golf. Pet. Well, they do say that, like, if you want to play golf right, then if you're going to have an efficient game of golf, you play it at least, so, that means Keiichi is a professional because he has no experience. Rika-chan started patting my head, a broad grin on her face all the while. I pushed her hand away, grabbed her from behind by her suspenders, and picked her up like a kitten. What? Meep. Rika-chan! Why didn't you tell me it was a baseball game when we met at the station? Because you said there's no time for that. We need to go. Hurry. I wouldn't have to suffer such a disgrace. Nippa, Hoshi. Rika-chan's smile was like the sun, so incredibly innocent. She's glowing. When I saw Rika-chan's radiant smile, I couldn't help but feel like I could forgive anything she did. My god. However, if Rika-chan thought I actually would, then she had another thing coming. Anyway, this is your punishment. Reina? Meep? Rika-chan still plucked up in my hand. I offered her Reina. Oh my gosh, you actually were able to pick her up like that. Okay. I thought it was an exaggeration. That's right. The kidnified Rika-chan sent Reina's voltage to overcharge. Is she playing the game, or...? No! I'll take her! Reina will take her! No! So cute! Hop. Okay, can someone please keep an eye on those two just to make sure? Spinny. Reina stuck out her tongue like a chameleon and preyed upon Rika-chan while spinning her around. That's a very odd way to put it. Okay, no. Just that face. Why do you have the cat ears and the tail now again? Rika-chan's so cute. We're getting a lot of more CGs in this installment of Higurashi, actually, huh? Oh, it's so cute. Rika-chan's so cute. Aww. Meep. Battle tactics. Beep. Help. Reina held her tight as a vice and began to get her fill of rubbing her cheek into Rika-chan's. Their cheeks rubbed together tightly. Rika-chan's face, it looked like it was being crushed by Reina's. By Capress. I do not know what has happened, but it looks like Rika has gotten her just desserts. Yeah. Recently found out that Rika-chan isn't only cute. Aww. I got Keiichi-kun's permission. I'm gonna take you home. Meep! Ah! Oh my god. For the moment, I just gave her a 3-minute timeout. Okay, well, she's gonna be traumatized by this event. Okay. Well, anyway, for the baseball. By the way, Sadako, that urgent call was for a baseball game? Yeah, because we're pretty much down to the inning. We gotta get more hard hitters here. Yes, that's correct. You said you had a house party with your family. I suppose it was wrong to ask, but in trouble like these, you obviously must prioritize friends over family. How important is this baseball game? I felt like that's what I was supposed to be saying, not you. Well, just a business party for my dad, I guess. Was actually like your dad's mentor there at the party, or no? Well, I guess he was sick, but yeah, maybe. I honestly felt glad to be called out here. So what's the crisis situation like? 6-7, which means our team is losing, huh? 6-7, that just means, like, you just need 1 or 2 more, like, you know, home runs then, or just cross the home plate. 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th? What the heck? This game is almost about to end. Well, have fun with that. Yeah. We would have had a little more time to be gone here sooner. Didn't he just bike all the way here anyway? So it's not, he's not a teleportation device, okay? Look, everyone here has superpowers. Keiichi does not have the power for that. He can slow down time, but he can't, like, you know, speed himself up, okay? He can slow down time, but not enough to teleport, okay? He's not like, it's not that kind of thing, okay? That's not his power. Do you have an idea how difficult it was for us to hold out for this long? Did you just, like, stall for time so long? Alright, I'm sorry. Okay, so, what am I doing? Am I gonna be the pinch hitter? I've never heard of the pinch hitter. I just don't know baseball terminology. Just leave it to me, then. It may not look like it, but I went to the batting cage a lot before I moved here. Some part of me does not want to believe that at all. My dad went there for fun. I used to go with him pretty often. Again, I don't know if I can believe that. I'm pretty confident about just hitting the bat with a ball, but... Vroom! Oh, yeah, there's a vacuum here. A tremendous sound rang out, the likes of which I've never heard before. My catcher's mitt trembled, sending up a light cloud of dust, telling me the tremendous sound that comes from the ball. Hey, now, wait a second. What's up with that crazy fastball anyway? Surprised? Yeah, that's a bona fide Koshien level pitcher. Don't you know about Left Arm Kameda-kun, the high school ace famous in sports magazines? Oh, he lives here. Or he just, like, he lives in Okinomiya. Or actually, he went all the way down to this town just for this game. I sees. Sorry, can't say I do. You don't peruse the sports magazine. Not even boxing or wrestling magazines. Wait, Mion? What happened to you? Oh, is she bruised or something? Mion showed up, and to my surprise, she was wrapped up in bandages. Okay, you're all playing the game then. Just what on earth happened? Well, you came late, so I guess we need to explain from the beginning. Explain from the top. If you leave one detail out, the whole world's doomed. Oh, done with Rika-chan? Yep. You sound dispirited. Had a lot of fun. She's so cute. You still look so dispirited. It's slowly getting out of her system, I see. She's so soft and fluffy and squishy. Oh, Hoshi. Oh, I could just eat her cheeks 3 meals a day. Okay, she's back. What have you done? Meep, I can't get married anymore. What the fuck? Ah, I wonder how Rika-chan's cheeks taste if you could eat them 3 times a day. Hoshi, what the fuck? Most of my own delusion switch, but I put a stop to it using logic. I was an adult, technically preteen. Okay, explain away then. How did things get screwed up enough that a Koshien relief pitcher ended up in a baseball game for fun? I'm probably mispronouncing just that word like so many different times, but I don't care anymore. Everyone exchanged glances. Then Reina spoke for all of them. At first, well, it was just a normal baseball game, and then that pitcher came up. It's nothing much, just a little grudge match between the Hinamizawa fighters and the Okinomiya Titans. Hinamizawa fighters and Titans. We were just having a grand old time. Really nothing much. Well, in simpler terms, it was an intramural match. Intramural. Never heard that word before. A match that settled the grudge between Hinamizawa and Okinomiya. We say grudge, but it's all pretty peaceful and friendly. Knowing what we know of the town and all that from the last things, I don't know if that's what the word is. So why is our whole club part of it then? Some of you are wearing uniforms and some aren't. Last I checked, we were the school baseball team. Wait, some of y'all people were like not wearing the uniforms and some not, but everyone's wearing the uniforms. Well, yeah, no, yeah. That is, well, it was pretty irresponsible. We happened to have some players who couldn't make it today. They were pretty down the dumps, so we ended up getting involved post-haste. I see. If there weren't enough members, anyone could come to the rescue, whether boy or girl, no matter what grade they were in. Meh. The jumbled-together feeling was the hallmark of our school. Yeah, honestly, yes, it actually matches the school to a T. But Rika-chan told me we were crushing them at the beginning. Me is an amazing batter. I was gonna say, like, I'm like, one of the few people, like, was a great play at the beginning, then I'm injury. Hospital visit. Oh my gosh, who can save us now? Baseball Shonen like magazines. I don't know. I haven't read any of those. I can't say. Well, when all hope is lost, then they come in. It's like the Karate Kid. My God, I just remember the original movie. Just like one of the rules of the competition is don't hit, kick, or punch the face, and yet he still won by doing it. A very original movie. My God, Mian proudly stuck out her chest. Doing something that hurt her somehow, and she groaned pathetically. Like, did you double over? Did you trip? Break your back? Yes! Every time Mian saw one up to bat, she hit a home run and brought everyone on the bases in. Unlike Sadako, she can actually hit the ball. Rika! Meep. My God. Alright, I think I get the gist of it. So you were having a pretty easy time until the Koshin pitcher showed up. But, like, on the other team, like, just in the sound of it, like... I mean, like, literally, just from the sound of it, like, it seems like only Hinamizawa, like, the team, like, allows, like, at least, you know, cares in the spirit of just, like, having, like, no matter who it is, join a team to, like, make up the numbers. This is the culture of the town, anyway. Is that literally what it is for, like, the, you know, Okinomiya? It just makes it sound like that pitcher just appeared out of nowhere. That's right. It was all of us at the beginning. Maybe we didn't get all that many points, but we were always getting people on the bases. And Kamita couldn't just happen to show up to watch the game today. Yeah, okay. Apparently, Kamita attends a fairly well-known school in our prefecture that frequently sent people to Koshin. Okay. And this man known as the ace of their baseball team, Kamita, seemed to be quite skilled. Now that I thought about it, it was certainly strange to see cameramen with journalist armbands here to watch a casual baseball game out in the sticks like this. Did they just hear that he was did they just hear that the guy was here and just rushed over? Okay, it's the paparazzi. I heard that when Kamita was little, he was in the Okinomiya Titans. Now, how old is he actually then? You figured out, right? His old team was losing, so that's why he jumped into his elite picture and took the mound. Not just terrible. We can't even hit any foul balls, much less get anyone base. That just seems a bit... okay. But, like, just the sound of it, he seems like he's, like, an adult? Or, like, he's, like, he grew out of Okimiya school or transfer or anything like that? And he's schooling kids. Okay. That sounds like a game just between, like, the normal, you know, school fights. Okay. But still... a Koshin pitcher barging in? It's unfair. We were just playing for fun. Honestly, I agree with you there. All the boys were in the Hinamizawa fighters uniforms, were hanging their heads in disappointment. Yeah, have fun trying to say the situation. I knew almost all their faces. Isn't everyone here a classmate? Oh, I see. We're the only school in Hinamizawa after all. Oh, it's Tomita-kun Okamura-kun. Are we actually going to get actually fun dialogue with them that isn't like, constant sex jokes? You were on the baseball team too? Maebara-san... His uniform was brand new, and not very dirty. Fresh off the presses. I can see handmade banners with their names written on them in the grandstands. Oh. I see their families came to root for them in their debut game today. This is their first game. Nice. Okamura said he just got his bat today as a present from his dad. The brand new bat sparkled, sheened, and shined. With that kind of present, a man just has to perform well, huh? Perhaps swinging a whole lot just for today. Oh my gosh, even more than Keiichi ever did. Tomita-san, well, he went for far, and he tore the skin off his hand. See, unfortunately, his torn hand looked like it hurt. But from the injury, you could sense his backbone. I get it, guys. You want to make your big moment a good one. Vroom! My gosh, the vacuum cleaners. The savior of the Okinomiya Titans, you hear the sounds of this Kamita-kun's tremendous fastball practice. This was no joke. He was definitely on a level far above high school kids. He's... Oh, is he actually middle school? Okay, that makes more sense. If it was an adult, I'd be like, what the hell? You are pathetic. But his level, he clearly shouldn't have been interrupting a grass lock game. Grudge match, though, it may have been. He should have understood how much better he was, too. This is literally just, he's being petty. Which, depending on a level of pettiness, is a good or bad thing. This guy... Was he being serious against opponents like these? Yep. Reina thinks it's immature. Reina's eyes grew harsh. That just means go over there, golf club, bash his skull. It took a lot to get Reina mad. As for Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun, they were sniffling, fighting back tears. We heard another tremendous noise from the mitt. I turned around, and this left-arm Tomita-kun guy was looking at us and grinning boldly. You're making it describe you as a punchable face, then. Anyway, that's how it is. Now let's come to this, we have no choice. We have to engage in real battle. Yeah, looks like we have to get serious. Are you gonna play dirty in baseball? Even though I thought it'd be cheating. You're playing other people. Yep, and then we tried getting serious. But then Michan went out with a bang. Mion, embarrassed, scratched her head. Then a moment later, doubled over in pain. What happened? I can't even imagine how you would hurt your back like that unless you... Did you sprint through everywhere and just like trip or anything like that? Went out with a bang. But how on earth did she end up getting injured like this? It would take a really long time to explain. Well, you have time if we're on the bench. One thing I can't say is that she came up empty even though she pushed herself that hard. Came up empty? Oh, like she like used up all her energy to like make a swing or something like that and like it broke her arms or something. Risked my life and I couldn't get 1 point. Our secret plan did nothing, and now we're very sad. You don't look very sad. I can't imagine what sort of secret plan it was, but it must have been crazy enough to get her that badly hurt. Still, though, we're still playing baseball thanks to your failing, right? we're still playing because you were a failure, right? Yep. Maybe Michan's left resort wasn't very baseball-like, I think. Oh my gosh, we honestly were combining other sports. Makes sense. That means this golf club is actually it's still in season. I think. We have no other recourse now, do we? It means that we need to settle the score front and center in a manner befitting a baseball game. So you were trying to cheat a baseball game. Okay. That's right. You have to settle like baseball. What, were you setting like softball before? What were you trying to do? I think normal people would have given up and gone for a frontal attack. For what, the chest? I don't know what you mean. As a member of our club, I wasn't going to accept that so easily. Like, baseball? I don't know. If we look at it from we look at it like a baseball game, then we can't be picky, can we? It's our club's creed, after all, Hoshi. That's correct. We can't be picky, that's the virtue of our club. Oh. Rain and Sadako laughed at each other delightfully. It wasn't really a virtue we could brag about. The best thing about our club was that we never rolled over and gave up. We'll have fun. This is like, I can't remember if the 9th inning is the very last or not, or it's like there's more. But if this is the very last inning, then have fun being like just the very last person. Use the golf club to get a home run. The cameras are all watching very closely, so it'll be hard to cheat. Oh my god. Rika-chan spread her arms wide, indicating the array of reporters in the bleachers. She was right. With all those camera watching us through those cameras with giant telephoto lenses, foul play would be fairly tough. That means we gotta get them, we gotta manipulate people in the crowd. Manipulate the parents and the families who are here. Manipulate them so they distract the journalists for a long enough time. Do it. That's right. That's the bottleneck. Everyone's eyes are on us. We can't be too bold. Be subtle manipulation. Ow! Ow. Never did think Michan's ways were very ladylike, though. I like how you made a big show of, like, Mion being, like she's still, like, a lady and all that, like, in the last chapter, now here you are, just like, oh my god. Sadako and Rika-chan both nod behind Reina. My god. And let's get down to business. To defeat the Huns. Our team is down 1 run right now. That's just the bottom of the 9th, and we already have 2 outs. Yeah, have fun, Keiichi. Have fun. I really just want to watch you fail spectacularly now. If this old man's plan had gone better, we'd have our bases loaded right about now. There's no point lamenting a failed plan. Our club member loses heart and always goes on the next one. Sadako said eagerly, trying to cheer up the downcast Mion, whose secret plan had failed, which we don't know about. It may have failed, but Sadako still seemed to have another. Hey, Sadako, you seem pretty cheerful. Which means you got something up your sleeve then, huh? Keiichi-kun? Who do you think she is? It's Sadako-chan, you know. Sadako Hojo's-chan. That was right. We called her Trapmaster Sadako, didn't we? She would ensnare our opponent at the perfect moment, the very end. Everyone in our club knew that we could never, ever let our guards down against Sadako. How are you gonna lay a trap down for the very last one? What, are you gonna are you just gonna like hammer some screws or nail into the baseball and like when they go back and forth, it lets their hand go off center? I'm pretty sure it'd still be cheating though. I may have taught her, but she's grown a lot and doesn't seem to want to stop. Sometimes even I'm astonished at how she overcomes such slim margins. By the way, me bats next, then Sadako. We're losing by 1 point. So if we could get the next runner on a base, then the runner after that could hit a big one in the match. The final batter was Sadako? Okay. See? You feel like we can win now, right? I can't imagine what she's got set up, but it's got to be some kind of trap for sure. It's going to be a trap for the ages. If I were the opposing pitcher, I'd definitely walk her. There's no way Sadako was going to hit a home run, even my dreams. That sounds like quitter talk. But she was going to stand in the batter's box normally, with any kind of plan. I can't think of anything else she could do. The fact you called me here... I see. Oh, I think I know where this is going then. It meant that I was a necessary piece of Sadako's trap. That means she's going to manipulate how you normally act. That's why she's not telling you anything. Literally, you failing about is what's going to get her to win. I'm excited! Wonder what Sadako will do. Can't wait to see Sadako's walk-off home run either. Kei-chan is indispensable for this. Understand? It's the last chance at creating an upset. We absolutely cannot fail this. Oh, right. That much I know for sure. Just watch. Sadako and I will give you all front row seats to the greatest turnaround victory of all time. I'd explain your instructions, Keiichi-san. Oh my god, we're still in the planning phase after all this. Let me earphone it. Sadako held up in a hidden place. Had a briefing that anyone watching could tell was sus. I had to put that in. I wonder what Maebara-san and Hojo are talking about. Pray it's not some crazy trick like the one the president used. Our teammates, Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun, seemed very nervous. Miranda gave them a wide smile, trying to dispel their anxiety. It'll be okay, everyone. Sadako-chan and Keiichi-kun will be able to pull this off for us. But Ryugu-san, we're up against a Koshin pitcher. I don't know if Sadako's trust will be much good. Number one, be silent and watch. You're gonna get to see an interesting game. Mion, who knew everything about the transpire, looked like she was having a hard time stifling the laughter bubbling within her. Oh, it's a humiliating trap, I guess. She was so terrifying as an enemy, but so reliable as an ally. That means if you ever cross her, you're dead, no matter what. I'm trying to think now, actually, of like, I'm trying to put in my head of like, I guess what is each like, you know, members, I guess, tactic when it comes to like playing through games. I'm trying to remember that because like, what was it? Like, Mion seems to be very good at strategy. Reina just seems like this have like this whole thing of like being powered up. Of just like whenever like, I guess she gets passionate about cute things, no matter what it is. Sadako is good at traps and like good at very like I guess like pretending to have nothing on her side, but then like springing around the very last second. It's kind of similar to Mion's thing, kind of, you know, springing up traps and strategy and all that. And I'm trying to think, what is What is Rika's main thing? I can't quite recall. I think it's literally just manipulation to just, you know, like other people, like how she looks. I don't know if it's just it, though. Mia waved her hands at the Empire. We got a pinch hitter! I, Mia and Sonozaki, and switching out with Keiichi Maebara. Are you sure he'll be alright? I'm still weirded out you have a Sprite. And it's not like that like that Yakuza person who was like helping like Shion. I'm curious why you have a Sprite. The Empire turned on an easy gaze to the pinch hitter who had jumped in with a golf club. Don't worry. Don't underestimate Keiichi-kun now. Members of our club are the only ones grinning with wholehearted confidence. Then you choke, Keiichi. Oh my god, it was actually the halfway point. Okay. I thought it would keep going until the ending of it. Of the actual baseball thing. But it makes sense, like, I don't have to cut it up now. Well, I'm gonna keep going until this baseball game's over. Quietness. Quietus. Sadako's plan was definitely simple, but scrupulous. Scrupulous. It even looked like the entire situation had gone according to her calculations. The fact that we were losing by 1 point. The fact that I had come late. The fact that Sadako was the last batter. It even felt kind of like this had been set up before the game started. Yeah, strategy. And Mion just said that she taught Sadako, so I guess there's that part of it too. I mean, I really want to like nail down, I guess, what makes them different in terms of like, you know, strategy and stuff like that, honestly now. Because what was it? I know there was one line Keiichi was very good at least like trying to make something good out of a hopeless situation. That was one of his things. Whether, you know, just all that. Even with like what was it? It actually came in handy, like at least a tiny bit, it seems, from with I guess the first chapter with like, you know, making a note and putting the syringe there and all that. Like he did everything in his power, like in the moment. Like he was, even though he was panicking, he was calm enough to make some like calculations, like put some things in his favor, hopefully in the future, even if sometimes ultimately it doesn't work out for him in the end. Which honestly, that's kind of foreshadowing for like sometimes like he does his best, he sort of wins, but then at the same time he ultimately loses by the end of like the club games. That means the symbolism for if there's actually a good ending where Keiichi actually survives the chapter means that he's actually going to win one of the club games, like, by his own power. There had been a long time since I got here. And during that time, the opposing pitcher, Kamita-kun, took a bathroom break. Even that felt calculated. What? No, this is Sadako we're talking about, so maybe they put laxatives in his drinks. Maybe she gave him a laxative. Okay, I just guessed. She gave him a laxative somehow, calculated getting to use the bathroom at this exact moment. And while he was a long way off, showed up in the bathroom, our plan would begin. The opposing pitcher, Kamita-kun. Oh, there he was. Oh. In front of the urinal, pleasantly taking care of business. Are you literally just going to just assault him? Okay. He thought it was only natural you win a grass lot game like this, and relaxed enough to relieve himself without a care in the world. Maybe that's how he wanted to appear. However, his relaxed state was itself our chance. Right now, you've already conceded to our club. I, too, casually walked into the bathroom. There were 3 urinals. Kamita-kun was doing this as the farthest one. So are you gonna do that stupid thing of like, go to the urinal right next to him? There's like a weird unspoken rule about that. I went to the one next to him. Hilarious. Normally you would leave one urinal open. We're literally discussing this. This is funny. This is hilarious. Kamita-kun seemed to notice me. I had stood next to him, right next to him after all. Oh, look who it is, the big pinch hitter. You're called to see me swing the golf club around like an idiot, and he couldn't seem to resist the urge to laugh. I, however, wasn't frustrated in the slightest. The match had already been won the moment I arrived. The game had been decided as a big upset for our team, so now all I had to do was push things along exactly how Sadako planned. I'm just gonna rile him up. I'm the one who should be laughing. Poker face you. What do you do? I wonder if Keiichi-kun could do it. Did we just literally just go to a new perspective? He'll be fine. When Keiichi-san is serious, he can do this much before breakfast. You make it sound like you know how he acts before breakfast. Tomita-kun and Kimura-kun, our underclassmen, asked a question with much trepidation. Is Maebara-san really going to be able to beat that pitcher? You don't feel any confidence in Keiichi after being in the same class with him? That sounds like pity. Someday he could be strong enough to control all of humanity. Okay. Join Kei-chan, you can easily rule the world. Okay. The world? Our teammates actually exchanged glances. Okay. Okay. I thought that just seems a bit meh. Okay. Do I need to explain why I feel it's a bit weird? Did Maebara Senpai really have such incredible strength? Emotional or mental strength? Let's go with that. Just what kind of strength could that be? Nothing. Oh my god. Yeah, it's the latest perspective shift. Okay. My question caused Kamita-kun to stare in bewilderment. For a moment, he didn't know what to say. Sorry? I don't think I heard you right. Could you say that again? I smiled thinly, looking straight ahead, and said once more, clearly, enunciation, beat chest. I'll say one more time. Let us win. Right to the point. That's not a question, though. No threats or beating on the bush or anything. Kamita's brain couldn't figure out the meaning of what I said, and I could clearly tell he was confused. What are you, some kind of moron? Let you win? Are you insane? I've relayed our demands. What's your reply? Yes or no? It goes without saying. Maybe. Like hell I'll let you win. Is your brain broken? Kamita didn't bother hiding his bewilderment. He didn't want to be around someone who would babble on like this for another second. Those thoughts spilled into his expression. He quickly moved to leave the bathroom. Kamita-kun, what does victory mean for you? That's a dumb question. Priceless absolute supremacy. What the hell is that? Nothing else can change it. He grinned lightly as he answered as if to make fun of me. If it was victory's absolute supremacy, then that would mean the other side would not get any leeway then. And still they got 6 points. I think the supremacy part is not in factor right now, you. How like a sportsman to say that. Victory decides all, huh? No one can change that. Of course not. No matter what kind of threats or bribes you come to me with, there's nothing valuable enough to make me abandon victory. I was waiting for those words. I, after spinning around 3.5 turns, pointed right at Kamita's face. Then don't you think you should ask? Something worth abandoning your precious victory for? What kind of compensation you could be given? What are you saying, stupid? There's nothing that can make me do that. He was denying it, but he stopped. He stopped. He was waiting. He was waiting for me to present some attractive conditions. In a magazine interview, you said your favorite foods are grilled meat and that you don't like sweets. But you lied about that, didn't you? What? What? For example, let's say you went to a grilled meat buffet. What exactly would be on your plate? Pork loin? Korean barbecue? A pile of beef tongue? That wouldn't be it. You don't bring meat with you. It'll be all the pudding and gelatin and cake you could eat. Okay. The kinds a girl would love. Pretty, cute, and sweet. Oh, that's the angle you're going for. Okay, then. You love Western treats like that, don't you? Kamita's face turned utterly pale. Our club already knew that he ate a mountain of desserts when we went to the grilled meat buffet. We were well aware of his embarrassment and his weakness for sweets despite his age. Kamita couldn't possibly know that the particular grilled meat buffet chain Shishibone was owned by a member of the Sonozaki family. Literally, Shion just watched it happen. Oh, he was there at the yearly thing. That's funny. I have to be careful when I go out to eat my parents from now on. No! I love the hearty bone and... No. What you like is gentle, soft, cute piles of desserts topped with colorful creams. It almost It makes you think of a girl, adorned in frills and ribbons, pure, ignorant of shame, cute desserts, like those girls, so clear and clean. What the hell? And with your oh my god, we're just going to pure insult. With your acne-laden face, your sports car, and your lust in full display, you sully them. What? Okay. Ah, shut up! What the hell? That's right. You eat desserts, but you don't love them. You just dirty them, violate them. What the hell is going on anymore? And chew them. All you do is relish in the enjoyment of sullying them. This is... okay. Ah! Please, no more! My secret pleasure's been found out! It wasn't that hard if people saw you. I can't go on living! I had to die. Oh my god, that's a quick jump. You idiot, don't end your life so easily. What the hell? Oh my god. Curse slam. I hit him on the side of his head as hard as I could. What the hell is going on anymore? Kamita couldn't fell down like a... What the fuck? What the hell, Keiichi? His eyes started watering and he broke down. Oh my god. I'm probably the only one in the world who thinks those things while eating desserts. Nothing but a pervert pretending to be a proper sportsman. No. Oh my god. That's right. You're a pervert. That's saying a lot. Yeah. Shwee. This time it didn't hit him. Instead, I clapped my hands down to his shoulders. Do not cry, Kamita. What's wrong with a man being a Okay. My god. Huh? A man ought to be a pervert, but admitting it sets a man apart from those below him. I guess. That just means you're confident in yourself, but like... why? You basically insulted him for being one, and now you're giving him a pep talk for it. I know it's a part of the plan, but like, Jesus. My god. You've been honest to yourself. This is actually pure honest manipulation. Okay, never mind. It all makes sense now. I'm loving this plan already immediately. You can brag about that. You can be arrogant about it. You can be proud of yourself. Instead of blaming him, I told him to pride himself, and Kamita couldn't hide his confusion. Yes, I have been deeply moved by what you've shown me. Desserts are nothing but sweet foods, eaten after meals. That's what I thought this whole time. But I was mistaken, and you showed me that. Well, didn't you also go to a dessert, like a fiesta as well? Well, probably not in this chapter again. God damn it, I keep doing that again. God damn it. My brain just keeps worrying about what actually has or has not happened. I can't stop it, okay? I'm lore-driven. Thanks to you, I can... Starting tomorrow, I will be able to enjoy my sweets in a completely different way now. For example, strawberry shortcake. I actually should try that. I heard good things. Strawberry shortcake. Kamita's throat cried out. Oh my god, what? The simplicity of strawberry shortcake? Indeed. It's somehow old-fashioned, like the orthodox maids in the gaudy times of the late 1800s. What the hell? Do you know, like, do you know dessert history? Not those flirty maids with short skirts we have now. You make it sound like you actually know what's that ancient mort. An orthodox, fully dressed, authentic maid. It's just strawberries, but please, master, I could not prepare any more than this, so please give them a taste. That kind of honesty is unbelievably great. Were you putting on a small voice there? Like, okay. Please, give them a taste. It's such a... What? It's such a turn-on. What the... Turn-on? I'm slowly again being lost. Because they're only strawberries. The soft, accented cream decoration ends up looking like frills, laces, embroidery. You're just... Why are... What? I'm flabbergasted. And she takes it, and splits it with her fork for a master. An elegant aristocrat. No. It would be wilder if she took it and sucked on it vulgarly, like her bad master and his greasy sweat. What the fuck are you going on about now? No, more than that. Oh, the dent in the strawberry after plucking it. Isn't that even better? I hate this. and you let your tongue crawl over it. What kind of taste must that be? I'm not even gonna... No. The dent after you pick the strawberry. The dent? Are you talking about, like, taking a bite of it, or, like, plucking it from, like, a stem? That doesn't make sense. What is happening? I can't hold it anymore. What the fuck is going on anymore? I'll go to Angel Mort on the way home and just gaze that shortcake until I'm sated. That means you know what Angel Mort is, then. My gosh, you do know. You met Shion, then. The girls dressed up beautifully just for me. My god. I draw ever closer to the trembling maidens, and then, one by one, I show them. Do I need to go and explain why I don't like this a bit? For everyone I eat, I hold my jaw tight, just like this, and appraise the goods, wondering who go for next. Please translate girls as cake. What the fuck? Keiichi couldn't seem to be talking about cake combination platters. Emphasis, mine. Hold on a second. I need to take an annoying sip. No, not annoying's enough. There we go. Annoying from me to you. God. As it cherishing each one, I hold my jaw tight like this and... What? Has there ever been a man such as this who could speak so passionately about a single piece of strawberry shortcake? Keiichi, you just went on the tangent yourself. What are you talking about? No, there has not. There has never been, I say. Never been. I'm pretty sure many people would have. Such passionate feelings. I'm trying to melt away the stubbornness in Kameda's mind. Kameda? You're no honorific. I'll say it one more time. Let us win. But that would... Then fine. I won't rely on you. I rejected Kameda outright and turned on my heel. Enough. We lost the game. It's over. I don't care about it anymore. Instead, once this game is over, why don't I head down to Angel Mort and get all you can eat one of those lovely young ladies that create like Western dolls and frozen ribbons. What? Tonight will be the greatest feast I've ever known. Continuing. All you can eat. My god. This is uncomfortable again. Despite this being the bathroom, Kameda couldn't put both his hands on the floor. I was wrong. What's wrong, Kameda-kun? If you have something to say, then say it. Say it now. This is the first time I've met someone like you. Until now, I always thought something was wrong with me, and I had to have fun secretly. That sounds like a euphemism. What are you waiting for, you tiny man, and not the one that's obvious here? I already said, admitting your perversion is what separates the boys from the men. You are a man entitled to pride. Now, reach out your hand. Show me how great you really are. Come with me. Except that it is our world. Clap? Kameda-kun was crying tears of gratitude, unable to speak. That was the moment we exchanged the most zealous handshake the world has ever known. You basically just gave him a mental breakdown and helped him get out of it, okay? You gave him a mental breakdown and now you built him back up again. The handshake of the bond of our souls, ardent and intense, tight and steadfast. For a long time we remained that way. It was an enthusiastic handshake, as though we were two brothers separated at birth, embracing each other tightly as though it would give us back the time we had spent apart. That was the moment the man who had passed into legend for eating so much during Angel Mort's all-you-can-eat dessert day that he was banned from the restaurant forevermore was born. What? He would eventually write in his autobiography that our meeting this day was fate. What? But none of that had anything to do with this. Then, until later. For now, just play the game the way I described it. I like how this is just like the biggest turning point for this guy's life then. Oh my god. And which is a pure act of manipulation. Okay. Well, life goes strange. With just that, I turned on my heel and made to leave the bathroom. But then, Kamina couldn't stop me. According to fucking plan. Okay then. Wait. At least, tell me your name. Who? Me? My name is Keiichi Maebara. No. No. I kinda didn't feel like using my real name. Anyway, maybe I should lie to him and use a code name. You already said your name out loud. Just call me... K. K. K? Didn't you already just say your name already, though? K? Wait, was that actually embarrassing name? I left the bathroom behind me at a quick pace, hiding my embarrassment. Okay. But from what I heard later, I apparently look quite gallant coming out like that. Sadako to Keiichi-san! How'd things go? Keiichi to Sadako. Negotiation successful. We settled on he and I getting an all-you-can-eat dessert at Angel Mort. Mion, no problem, right? 2 guests for Angel Mort's all-you-can-eat dessert. Roger that. Is it literally already gonna... It's literally happening. He's gonna see shit all over again. Yeah. Roger that. I'll set it up. I'm actually quite interested in how you negotiate with him. Well, then you should have eavesdropped then. But eavesdropping is bad, isn't it? Hey, had a really fun talk about how delicious the dessert is, probably. Probably. Well, it's more like trying to capitalize on his insecurity. Okay. It's still funny, though. After that, the game started again. I entered the batter's box as a pinch hitter in place of Mion. But all the pieces are already in place. Vroom! Vacuum cleaner. The straight pitch whipped by me like a bullet, true to its name. What the fuck? The camera people raised their voices in wonder and clicked their shutters. A sharp pitch as always! He's really going places this summer, isn't he? That golf club pitch hitter is standing straight up too. But doesn't Kameda-kun look a little strange? He's like he's got a cold sweat. I pat my shoulders with my bat, then sneered at him in a relaxed voice. What's wrong, Kameda-kun? Not feeling well today? Oh, we actually get a sprite of him. Okay. 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 I couldn't swing the ball because I was too busy laughing at it. Was that all you got? You little... Vroom! Next pitch. The same incredible speed as before. It curved sharply, and it should have thrown off the batter's skill. But Keiichi didn't move at all. Why are you speaking third person now? He just watched coolly. You don't need any little tricks in a straight pitch, Kameda-kun. Do people fall for those curves a lot? Batters around here, that is. Ugh. Both reporters and all the people watching noticed something was strange here. It's Oshima's Kameda, the pitcher who conquered Koshen, losing the mental battle? Like he lost the battle but won the war. The next straight pitch had incredible speed again, but it went wild. It was a ball. Yes, it's a baseball. Thank you for noticing. I snorted, not even bothering to get ready for it. What, Kameda-kun? Scared of going right down the middle? Everyone calls you the best. You never walk the batter. Shit. The abnormal, unexpected situation spread confusion throughout the reporters. What is he? Who is this Keiichi Maebara? How can he be so relaxed when faced with that supreme fastball? He's just bluffing. He knows he can't win. Kameda would never throw a ball that insincere guy like that could hit. And I don't think it's a bluff. Instead, at a high level, you could see right through others. Kameda is without a doubt one of the best, which must mean he can see through to the mysterious man's true value. This literally just is shown in like this chapter. A really business person looking guy took off his sunglasses and gazed upon Keiichi. What? Huh. Is this? Could it be? The idiot pinch hitter who came and cheering them on with a golf club was actually a genius? Again, I've been making the subtle joke of it like ever since we've gotten to this point, but like a lot of these moments are just like and everyone clapped moments. I'm sure baseball has long lost its charm for him. Now he's trying to switch over to golf. by showing up to baseball with golf to have a mental handicap. A genius slugger making a transfer to the golf world. What a tremendous loss for baseball. Stop the presses. We're changing up our sports columns. What? My god. Vroom! Ball! At the full count. The success in production was, of course, all being dramatized by Sadako. The big shots constantly had their eyes on Kamita-kun. If he were to lose easily, they knew the match would be. If he were to lose easily, they knew the match would have had to been fixed. Perhaps she wanted this little play of ours to create a move where it wouldn't be strange for Kamita-kun to lose, but Sadako, isn't this going too far? Oh, do your best now, Keiichi-san. Like, that's just code talk for steer trap, Keiichi. We're still setting it up. Today's game, tomorrow, all of baseball. Okay, then sign yourself up for the next, Little League tryout then. I don't want any scouts actually coming after me. Well, too late. Look at the people in the crowd. I'm terrified what happened when the jig is up. Wait, I can't be making nervous faces right now. Ball! Base on balls! Have you gotten scared, Kamita-kun? I thought you were better than this. He hung his head in feigned dejection. Kei-san, this is all according to plan, right? Yeah. Well done, Kamita-kun. Keep going like this for the next batter. Let's wrap this thing up and then... Hoshi. Hoshi. We'll go get all we can eat. Grin. Kamita-kun and I exchanged evil smiles. For some reason, there were a lot of camera flashes right then. It seemed like dear journalist friends took it as two worthy rivals smiling to acknowledge each other's strength. They trot over to first base. The camera flashes continued almost to the point where they were annoying, like they're just blinding you. In the middle of the day. When I got to first base, one of the importers came over for an interview. Literally, again, it's everyone clapped moment. Maebara-kun, do you plan on settling the score with Kamita-kun and Koshin? Oh, things seem to really get too big for me. Nope, come on. Nope, it's spiraling out of control. So come on, keep going. Keep going. Make it go. Maybe I should just be honest, confess I'm not really into baseball. Koshin? Never been interested in Japanese baseball. Sorry. Whoa! This man, right from the start, he was always aiming for the world. He might become Japan's first ever big leaguer. What? The conversation was getting fantastically out of hand. Oh, I don't care anymore. I'll strike a guts pose to the cameras in desperation. Yes! Kei-chan got on base just as planned. Next, Sadako-chan is at bat. What would she do? What would she do? Alright then. Time to get that walk-off home run and win it all. Sadako stepped up to the plate, waving the bat around. Are you actually planning to do the ball thing again, or actually strike? The reporters couldn't hold back their laughter. Maybe because they had just seen his battle with me. Maebara-kun finally got on base, but now it's all over. I see, this is why Kamita-kun intentionally walked him. He didn't even fight it. He waited for an easier opponent for the final out. To avoid a direct confrontation like that, we cannot make light of him. That Keiichi Maebara. Alright. Come on now, Kamita-san. Oh, I actually get different sprites. Okay, he's actually a really important character then. Actually, this is actually really cool. You making fun of me? Who do you think I am, anyway? Case, no. Maebara-san was one thing, but you think I'll lose the likes of you? Yeah, he knows his name. Remember this girl to the bat. She swung wildly and missed, striking out every time. It's all according to plan. This might sound rude, but however much Kamita-kun holds back, I don't think she'll be able to hit a home run. I hear the reporters declaring that there was no way a comeback would happen. Wait, what? Sadako, she swung wildly and missed every single time she stepped up to bat? Vroom! She swung after the sound had ended, completely mistiming it. I can hear disappointed voices coming from those rooting for Hinamizawa. It's only natural. Well, the music's picking up, and if people in this universe can hear the diegetic music, then it means things are going well. Every single batter struck out. Even if worst came to worst, no one would get a hit. And that's why it didn't sound strange when Kamita-kun said this. Okay, that's a great sprite. I can't take it seriously with someone like you. That's a great smug look, actually. That's actually kind of fun. I'll give you a chance. I'll throw the next one slow and underhanded. I'll let you get a hit or two so you can go home and brag to mommy. Of course, these lines are all part of the plot too. Around the corner of his eye, Kamita-kun gives me a look. Was that alright? Yeah, you did great. It looked very natural. Kamita, you are a splendid actor. No, compared to Case, I'm nothing. Even that exchange was seen as heated and enthusiastic by the reporters. But Kei-san, how are Slay at pitch? Can this girl really hit it? Don't worry, and throw the ball like we planned. I think I got a good idea how this turned out. Oh my god, no. The first base and the pitcher, like, is, like, that far apart. And it's since people can literally read Keiichi's mind, and, like, literally it means Keiichi can read his mind. God damn it, this is just complete silliness. It's funny, though. It's funny as hell. I think I got a good idea how this turned out. Our exchange over, looking away, telepathically speaking to each other in our minds, Kamita couldn't move from set position into a pitching stance. Yeah, there's a lot more CGs. Okay, this is actually kind of cool. It's nice. Come then! Throw your merciful pitch. I'll hit a huge home run off of it. She struck out every time she was at bat. When I heard that, my vague ideas became firm beliefs. And out of Kamita-kun's hand comes a slow, lazy pitch, as though they were playing catch. Knowing people would probably be able to hit it. But for Sadako, been striking it the whole time. Just when people started to think that way, members of our club had already realized that Sadako's trap had begun. It was true. Striking it constantly today had all been laying the groundwork for this moment. Honestly, that's actually kind of fun, though. An act. All to make it feel like Kamita-kun letting off the gas wasn't strange at all. Which meant, in other words, that Sadako was a master manipulator. Okay, that's actually cool. Crack! Whoa! She got it! Look at it go! I don't even need a run, do I? Ho! The super huge home run Sadako hit just appeared over the roof of the school. The porters lost their words at the sight. And then, roars of applause. Despite this being what we anticipated, I cannot but stare in mute amazement at the gorgeous home run. Sadako strutted over to first base. Move over. Come on, what are you doing, Keiichi-san? Second base is that way. Shove. Sadako, you're really good at baseball. Sadako grinned, showing her fang-like canines in reply. Kind of think of it, she played a baseball a lot with Tomita-kun and the others during lunch, didn't she? The fact they always invited to play meant she was by no means bad at it. And you purposely struck out all those times? Just before Kamita-kun even got here? Jeez, you really got something for every occasion then, huh? I say this all the time, do I not? I only have one trap. When everything is about to come to a conclusion, it's enough that I don't even have to worry. Ho. Damn it, that sounded kind of cool. Like, honestly, she's a cool character, honestly. Look, she's a favorite. She's a favorite. She's a favorite. Basically, she was just bragging about hitting the ball. But when Sadako did it, it looked so cool. We crossed home plate in order, me, then Sadako, and completed our walk-off home run. Our teammates welcomed us back with their blessings. Maebara-san! That was amazing, totally cool! Oh, I never thought it would happen! Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun praised me. How about that, Tomita-kun? Okamura-kun? I turned things around just fine. Reina thinks you're cool too. Good work. It was nothing. I briskly clapped my hand against Reina's outstretched palm. Sadako did brilliantly too. She gave us a spectacular ending. Who do you think I am? Man, can't underestimate her. Sadako Hojo. Keiichi was great too. Winning Kamita over like that. Just keep your voice down. He's a magician of words. Oh yeah, he's like good at he's good at verbally manipulating people. I think that's a way to put it, actually. Well, when he's not stressed out, anyway. Rika-chan, I don't think that's a compliment. Technically, it kind of is if you're good at it. But really, only Keiichi-san could have pulled off such a drastic move. I wouldn't have been able to do it myself. That means you fed information about the whole, I guess he likes dessert thing. And, like, just send him on his way to, like, talk to him like that. Well, you kind of knew what his ability was then. Look, if we're gonna nail down the shonen superpowers thing, we might as well narrow it down even more. Even though it's not gonna be, it's all gonna be completely forgotten about when second things get more serious. I wouldn't have been able to do it myself. I would very much like you to teach me sometime. If Sadako learns such displays of power, that's terrifying to even imagine. That's why I should teach her. I'd prefer it if you didn't mimic me. Nope, do it. Me taught her, then you teach her, please. Do it. Do it, you coward. You coward. You pathetic coward. And declaring the match is over, the Empire came to us. Oh, you were the Empire, actually. Well, I never. You actually won. I'm shocked. We said Sadako could hit it, didn't we? You didn't believe us at all. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, like, I wonder if, like, the sprites are just, like, because there's more CGs, like, they're giving more sprites, so it gets, like, people are actually, oh, I think they would, like, give, like, you know, Kamita, like, you know, sprites in the bathroom, but, like, they only gave it, like, the very, like, here in the pictures, so, We said Sadako could hit it, didn't we? You didn't believe us at all. I'm just trying to think now if they're gonna be actually important or not. Or they're really just here for, like, flavor and differentiation. The Empire scratched his head apologetically, and apologized to Sadako, smiling dryly. And Keiichi-kun was amazing too, wasn't he? Keiichi-kun is actually the most reliable person here. I don't believe you. Well, when I saw him come with that golf club, I certainly had my doubts, but that breathtaking battle against Kamita-kun had me on the edge of my seat. Right, that breathtaking farts. That just means it was good acting. I quirked a wry smile. Not even the Buddha would have realized that while everyone thought this was a fair match, Kamita-kun and I were thinking about our evil, dessert-violating ways. Again, that's, like, just the way how, like, dessert-violating ways and then substituting that with girls, what the fuck? Honestly. Excuse me, coach? You remember your promise, do you not? Yeah, this is... I guess I have no choice. It feels like almost everyone has the, like, nearly the same laugh besides just, yeah. It's coming back. Yeah. We did it! We did it! Keiichi-kun, this means we're having a barbecue meetup tomorrow! Miranda clapped her hands. We all began to dance with joy. Kamita-kun and other teammates are jumping up and down, too. Wait, what's that about? A barbecue meetup? Wait, hey, what on earth are you talking about? Well, you gotta celebrate the victory somehow. Oh! We made a promise that if we won today's game, he'd treat us to a barbecue party with all kinds of high-class meats. Honestly, great, honestly. It was looking good for a while when Kamita-kun appeared, but thanks to Keiichi-san, we've won that privilege! I see, so that's what it's about. It's literally just equivalent to just, like, trying to win a pizza party, then. It was certainly not a game we could have lost. Irie's big wall will be so sad. So sad. You're right about that, but I did make a promise. Let me eat. We do it without any mercy. Okay, eat the table. Chomp on the wood. Eat the cutlery and plates. We need to feed her growing bodies are all. Alright, everyone. Tomorrow we dine like kings. Yeah! Okay, that's actually kind of nice. This is actually a nice chapter. All the members of the Hinamizawa fighters raised their fists high in the air and cheered. Rika-chan was petting the head of the Empire. He was smiling painfully at the off-kilter remarks. We gave her his head. He gave her his head, and it looked like he was about to cry. It looked like the price of victory would be pretty big. Oh, there's a thing that... Oh, the barbecue's gonna happen tomorrow. Then this can be a recurring character then, actually, from the sound of it. Huh. You beat me. I have no choice, since I promised. Guess I should go shopping for some meat. Coach, get some grade A beef like you promised. We won't forgive you if you buy nothing but vegetables to keep it cheap. Ooh. The Empire, who they were calling Coach, grinned dryly, crestfallen. Like, I called it. He was a coach, but he's also an umpire. Coach Empire. Coach Vampire. It rhymes with umpire. Say it. Say it. umpire. Yeah, well, close enough. God damn, I love that joke. Coach? I messed it up, though. The uniform he was wearing had Hinamizawa fighters written on it. Oh, so he's not just the umpire, he was actually our team's coach. Nice. Maebara-kun. Is that alright? Can I call you that? Huh? Oh, yeah. This comeback wouldn't have happened were it not for you getting on base. Please, come to tomorrow's barbecue. No, besides that, would you please consider joining the team? If you were with us, we could dominate the whole prefecture. Coach, leave that aside for now. Should we worry about your wallet? Oh, that's an easy change of pace. We gotta make sure Keiichi doesn't get revealed to be a lying cheat. Despite the coach being an adult, everyone seemed to get along very well with him. Coach, huh? Pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm Eri, coach of the Hinamizawa fighters. He extended his hand to me. I firmly grasped it with my own reply. Firmly grasp it! Stabs in the hand. I'm Maebara. Nice to meet you. You didn't say it right. It's Keiichi Maebara. Say your full name. If you're gonna keep doing it, say your full name this time. Then the coach took his other hand and began to stroke mine softly. What smooth hands you have. Okay. Such a narrow grain, and you truly take good care of them. Silky smooth. Stop. Huh? Hey, wait. Must strictly instruct our maids to take this good care of their skin as well. Maids? But it's the bad ones who don't, Hoshi. Maids? What are you talking about? Such velvety hands. I just want to put them to work. The coach's eyes were spellbound, and as the delusions flowed through his very own original magic universe, he made a supremely satisfied smile. How do I put this? Who the hell is this guy? That's just bad vibes already. You look so flustered. I'm pretty sure you should too. Our coach is a little strange. That's more than strange. But he's really funny, you know. You know? I felt like you couldn't measure him by saying strange or funny. I really didn't think we'd get along. Snap. The other stuff in my mind made a witty retort for some reason. Come on. Settle down already. You're making Keiichi sound uncomfortable. Huh. Silky smooth. Stop. The coach didn't try to shake his hands off mine until Sudako hit him with a threefold wash bucket attack, causing him to faint. Good, thank you. Thank you. Honestly, thank you. My god. There always seems to be one weird step back in some chapters in writing. There's the advanced trap course! New Horizons. That was the achievement for this. Oh, this is literally a strawberry shortcake image. Okay, you have casual clothes, sunglasses. Oh yeah, he's definitely going to be a mainstay character then. At least for this chapter. It was a peaceful lunch break. I saw those sunglasses. Thud, clatter, splash. What was that? I just heard something really loud from the hallway. What was it? What was it? He rushed into the hallway, and to his surprise, Coach is there with a water bucket overturned his head. He deserves more. Coach, are you okay? Man, you sure got me. Hello, everyone. Coach greets us, cool and calm. Like, it always weirds me out looking at this. Of like, is your sunglasses prescription to like your eyesight? Like, because like, like it just means like, well, if you're like a coach and like this is your normal job, it makes sense to have sunglasses to like prescription. But like, it always just weirds me out when like I see someone like who like wears glasses, like normal glasses, and also sunglasses at the same time. Because it feels like then you have to either overlap the sunglasses with your own glasses so you can actually properly see out of them, wear contacts and then look in the sunglasses, or the sunglasses are just purely just they're a prescription as well. It always just weirds me out. It's strange, okay? It's strange. Coach greets us, cool and calm. What's going on, Coach? You don't come to school very much. Very much? Well, I do come here once a week as part of my job. Once a week only. I've been quiet here for a while, but I had to let my guard down. Sadako-chan's little tricks always come when you least expect them. You'd be okay in those clothes. Oh, I'm fine. I was just thinking of taking a nice bath anyway, so this is actually cooling me off. Before you take the bath, okay. You sure are calm, Coach. In fact, you never get mad. Okay, that's setup. That's pure setup. That's setup. It really makes you come off as an adult. She was right. If I were Coach, I would have started running around with a bucket still on my head looking for her. I'm pretty sure you'd just be knocking into walls and I'm making it a complete ass of yourself. His adult way of not getting mad at every little child's prank was admirable. Listen, Maebara-san, with things like this, changing your perspective just a little can make it either irritating or pleasant. Yes, perspective shifts, yes. It's all about how you react to it. I learned about that like a while ago. If there's some secret trick to staying so calm after getting hit in the head with a bucket filled with water, then I'm begging you, tell me. Zen mode. For example, let's say there was this old and traditional family, dating back to the Meiji era. Okay. And let's say they had many maids in their employ. Is this actually your family from the sound of it? Being a large house, of course, they have all kinds of maids. From the veteran ones who turn mean and don't want to give up their jobs, to young ones full of energy. See? Can you imagine that? Yes. What? Okay. What? A space filled with dreamy maids in pink and peach adorned with frills and headbands, with Coach at the center being spread out before me. Oh, the newer maids with all their youthful vitality. Giving everything they had to please their master, but the older maids won't allow that to happen. Okay. They find fault with everything they do, bullying them and tormenting them all day long. Look, there's still so much dust here. Oh, I'm so sorry. Do it over. Splash. A bucket falls upside down the maid. She's soaking wet and she wants to cry, but she still puts on a brave face. Okay. Maids. Alright. God damn it. Aw, Hoshi, I don't get it, but it sounds fun, Hoshi. Maybe Reina should be made too. No. Geez, stop. You even referred to Reina. And you, Kei-chan, don't go getting lost forever in Coach's world. Not for this character trait. Coach would be a good person, too. I fully agree with that, actually. I actually fully agree with that. Also, this is turning less into a trap course instead of more talking to Coach time. Oh, one Sadako Hojo-san sighted. What? I say, Sadako-san, what is this? It's a bucket. With water. On the floor and in your head. I say, look at all this dust. I just say, stop. Stop. It's time for you to be punished. What the hell? No! Cross! Yeah! Coach plots Sadako up and started giving her a spin. Okay. That's not calm. Sadako-chan, you're so cute! Sadako can put traps together with such brilliant predictions. It's so strange how she can't predict the very end, though. I guess it's a flaw, then, I guess. Was that trap actually aimed for the Coach? Okay. Is it? I thought Sadako-chan wanted this to happen. She wanted it. Okay. Sadako wanted this outcome? What do you mean by that? When she plays pranks with people like this, they always get mad and chase her around. Do you think it's like a form of communication? Sounds like a terrible way to communicate. Don't people normally say hello to each other? Look, it's just fun, okay? Like, I don't know how to put into words right now, but I honestly can understand that. I can honestly understand that. I don't pull pranks, but I can understand that, though. Oh, Keiichi-kun, haven't you heard it before? He would play lots of pranks actually lonely and want people to pay attention to them. Stop. No. Reina gave a cool smile, laughing, abruptly explained. That's what I mean. If Sadako-chan plays a trick on someone, she wants them to get mad or laugh and chase her. Put all attention on her. It's kind of like a kitty biting you softly. Don't you think it's cute? I thought you were talking about something else at the very beginning of that. Ooh, new artwork. Happy. That would definitely be surprised right here and jump backwards, so I'm gonna put it in this spot and it'll work for certain! Sadako, regaling us with their trap philosophy, was improving the already brutal trap hell in the mountain. Are you actually helping with it? Okay, nice. If Reina was right, and her traps were to get people to pay attention to her, then all these traps in this mountain were basically a crystallized form of those feelings. Basically. Like, sort of harm people, or, like, no, inconvenience them, put attention on you so you become the most popular person in town. That's actually a cool plan. Along with Rika-chan, setting up trap after trap after trap in the mountains, always waiting for someone to fall into them. Well, that's the thing, would people know it was her who made it then? Wouldn't she then just put a signature on it, like just saying like, the next time someone gets trapped into like that bamboo mat, it's hung upside down, they just suddenly just see a sign they didn't see before that says like, "Ha! You've been bamboozled!" Sadako Hojo. My god. But nobody needed to come to this mountain in the first place. That is how you vaguely manipulate them to go into the mountain trail. Without a doubt, she and Rika-chan have spent a lot of time imagining how victims caught in their traps would react. Ah, so you're using this as your own little playground test. It actually makes a lot of sense then. Sadako, separated for so long from her beloved Nini, Satoshi. With her stubbornness, she never once said that she wanted to come home. But all the traps lately in the mountain told me how Sadako really felt. Keiichi-san, are you listening? Oh, sorry about that. What'd you say? All you have to do is pound one nail into the tree trunk like this, and it's already a grape trap. If you trip up right there and smack your forehead into it, it would really hurt. That sounds like it would get someone to start bleeding from the forehead. A human hammer pushing a nail into your forehead. Yeah, that sounds painful. If it was someone really, really evil, this trap could put them to death. Oh, I do so look forward to seeing what sort of villain gets caught by it. Why do you keep glancing at that? Are you saying you want me to fall for it? It's actually kind of even funnier if you tell exactly, like, oh my god, actually, that's actually, that's another reason why I like this whole thing. It's like, like in storytelling, where, you basically, like, you basically just tell, like, you write down a line, basically just outlining and foreshadowing what happens in the future, but you write it so completely cleverly, whether the audience reading it recognizes it, and, like, either passes over it saying just, like, you know, just a gloss away line, but then coming back to it is like, oh my god, you asshole, you said this from the very beginning, I hate you. Like, you're presenting your plan to everyone else, but she still fell for it after all this time. Man, when the stories like that happen, oh god, they're great. A few times that occurred to me, and I love those games to death. Like, look, if you can trick someone like that and still be fair, that's honestly just amazing to me. Honestly. Also goes into lying and manipulation tactics and philosophy and ethics for me. Why do you keep glancing at me like that? Are you saying you want me to fall for it? I could get really badly hurt, you know. Yes, I already outlined before. Yes. Maybe you shouldn't be using this trap. Is that so? Well, it is true they can't use traps without love behind them. Passion. Love. Interest. Now just move the nail here so that the villain really reforms their behavior. They won't get caught by it. Sadako immersed herself in adjusting the nail's position. Traps of love, huh? Maybe Koto's right. Just by reacting a little differently, everything changes. Yeah. Come to think of it, maybe you can feel humor and warmth even when Sadako's traps get you. Yeah? Honestly? I mean, that's the thing, like, why do you think people, like to read and watch through tragedies or, like, you know, more sadder tales or stories like that? This is my go-to, by the way. Like, people, like, expect to, like, feel negative emotions as a cathartic release sometimes. At least sometimes that's how I come to view them. Sometimes it's fun to experience, like, you know, at least control negative emotions. So they flush bad emotions out. That's also why when some people get depressed, they just listen to, like, just very, very sad music to vent it out somewhat. Yeah. All finished. Now it's absolutely perfect where it is. What do you think, Keiichi-san? Yeah. It's perfect. Sounds like you're not enthusiastic about this. I hope a villain does come along and gets caught by this trap. Oh! No, of course it'd be better if that didn't happen. It was a little painful. I considered coming here sometime and getting caught in it. How would you manage to get out of that? If I assume is what I think it is. Like, get caught by it and then you're lost in the mountain, stuck in it. Yeah, have fun. I'm trying to call Warning for help and all that. But yeah, okay. It seems like we're getting actually new characters, like just be shown off in the future. The coach there, Irie, like, It's probably because it's been a month, like since beginning this game's chapter and like the last game's chapter. But like wasn't Irie Clinic, the Irie Clinic? Yeah. Wasn't it actually? I first thought like there was some weird connection to Miyo Takano, but like didn't make sense for me because that was her name doesn't have Irie in it at all. But like I had this weird recollection that had something to do with her, but like she works the Irie Clinic, so he's kind of related to the place. I guess it's a family name. The whole hospital thing. Well, I guess nurse clinic anyway. It's not a hospital; it's a clinic. He's gonna appear later for the barbecue, and he's literally here in like an extra menu. It's not like I forgot his name. Like he hasn't shown up much. That Yakuza henchman who was driving around, who drove Keiichi home. He was only in the extras menu for the sprites there. I wonder if we're gonna see Kamita like again. Maybe, most likely. I wonder if there's gonna be a small scene or something. That'd be actually something cool. Like, well, actually, now that I think about it, like, it would be nice to see like a scene with him again. That was fun though. Besides, well, the obvious cake girl metaphor. That just, my God, that was just painful to go through. Absolutely painful. Absolutely. But he's a really nice character though so far. I do like his sprites though. It hits just the right level of smugness. It seems like it matches like Sadako's, but more, I guess, enthusiasm about it. Stuff like reserved smugness almost to me. That's what it seems like a lot of Sadako sprites are. And the coach, Irie's like definitely a very calm and collected person. And they already made a line about him not being that mad often. Which when when you see like a character like in a story, like, or just anyone in real life, like, if you know there's someone who's always cool and collected, like, lose their shit, then you know it's bad. Then you know it's bad, or it literally got to them. I'm actually kind of thinking maybe that might happen if he's going to be an important character later on. Hopefully so. But I think the next chapter definitely is going to be focused on the barbecue and continuing that train on. Getting to learn more about him and all of that. And Keiichi's trying to maneuver the trying for baseball even more. Good luck with that. But I guess we'll see when it comes to it for next time. So, hope you're having fun time watching as I am playing this. Hope we see you next time, what time that may be. And I y'all hope you fantastic day.